Have you ever wondered why you feel alone, like the world is moving on without you, leaving you in a quiet corner? What if this solitude is not a punishment, but a sign of something greater awaiting you? My dear brothers and sisters, isolation is not a sign of rejection. It is Allah's way of preparing you for something extraordinary. Have you ever thought that this very loneliness might be Allah's way of calling you closer to Him, away from the distractions of the world? Let's dive into 7 profound reasons why Allah isolates those He chooses. Each of these reasons holds a wisdom that many of us fail to understand fully. 1. Is it possible that Allah is protecting your heart through isolation? Have you ever felt distracted by the constant noise around you, the endless chatter, comparisons, or harmful influences that steal your peace? Sometimes, Allah isolates you to protect your heart, just like a gem is protected from harm, to keep its shine. What if those people who drifted away were actually Allah saving you from distractions that could have corrupted your connection with Him? Think about it. This isolation might actually be Allah's mercy, creating space for His guidance to fill your heart. 2. Could isolation be the key to refining your character? Have you ever felt like the noise of the world prevents you from seeing who you truly are? In solitude, you're forced to confront your weaknesses, to look inside and find your true self. What if Allah isolates you not to hurt you, but to help you grow into a better version of yourself? Just as the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ retreated to the cave of Hira for reflection, maybe your moments of isolation are preparing you for something much greater. Could it be that this solitude is Allah's way of refining you into a person of wisdom, strength, and resilience? 3. Is Allah drawing you closer through isolation? Have you ever felt that no one truly understands your struggles? What if that feeling is a divine invitation to turn to Allah, to rely on Him when no one else is around? Think about it. In times of ease, we turn to people, but in isolation, you are left with the one who has always been there for you. How many times have you found yourself turning to Allah with your heart wide open, pouring out your struggles when there was no one else to turn to? Isolation could be Allah's way of strengthening your bond with Him, preparing you to return to the community with a heart full of peace and purpose. 4. Can isolation be your spiritual training ground? Have you noticed that every time you're about to grow, something or someone is removed from your life? It can hurt, but what if this is Allah's way of preparing you for something bigger? Think about Prophet Yusuf, alayhi salam, who was thrown into the well, isolated and alone. But that isolation wasn't abandonment. It was preparation for greatness. Could it be that your current solitude is shaping you into the person Allah knows you are meant to become? 5. What if Allah's plan for you requires patience? Have you ever felt stuck, like your progress is on hold while everyone else moves forward? What if the delays and waiting periods are part of Allah's perfect plan for you, just like a caterpillar waits in stillness to become a butterfly? Your isolation could be a time of transformation. Do you trust that Allah knows the perfect moment for everything? Patience isn't about doing nothing. It's about trusting Allah's timing and using this time to grow spiritually and emotionally. Could this waiting period be where Allah is working His most profound changes in your life? 6. Could isolation be purifying your intentions? Have you ever done something because you wanted people's approval, even without realizing it? In the silence of isolation, you're forced to reflect on your true intentions. Without the influence of others, you can reconnect with why you do what you do. Could it be that Allah pulls you away from the noise so that you can purify your heart and actions? The solitude you feel might be Allah's way of helping you focus solely on pleasing Him, not the opinions of those around you. 7. Is your isolation a sign of Allah's love and care for you? Have you ever felt like Allah is distant when you are alone? What if this feeling is actually a sign of His love? Just as a parent isolates a child from harmful situations to protect them, Allah isolates us to ensure that we grow in the right way, free from the influences that could harm our relationship with Him. Could this isolation be Allah's way of ensuring that you are on the right path, away from distractions that could cloud your faith? So ask yourself, what if this isolation you're feeling right now isn't punishment, but preparation for something greater? What if this loneliness is Allah calling you closer, protecting your heart, and refining your character?